Reality is not real. Yesterday, I saw it firsthand. And as things continue to get very weird, don't be afraid. And realize that we were supposed to have fun. And when you realize reality is not real, you say, listen, it's time to play this game and not take it too seriously, because life is short. And certain things could put that into perspective for you real fast. And if you never truthfully understood that this reality isn't real, okay, you're going to learn it in today's lesson. This is a frequency broadcast, and every aspect of the reality that we are receiving is connected to your internal broadcast. So this is a lesson like none other, because we're literally witnessing the collapse of reality. And you're going to see weird things happen, things that don't make sense. But if you focus on what I have to share today, you will start to realize that you can start to actually control reality. People are seeing the crazy stuff on the TV. There are people that are losing their mind, okay? Because the new frequency that we're in, this is dictated by the Schumann resonance. Again, we go back to frequency. So as we're going more towards truth, there are certain people that are going to thrive in the time. It is time to have fun, Herschel. Okay, so that's really what life is about. And to experience so many strange glitches myself, in the rational mind, you sit there and you say, how can this even be possible? And I'm going to share a little bit about my journey yesterday. I say to myself, how is this possible? But this shift that we're experiencing, if you feel, before I get into this lesson, that everything is weird, this is a shift to the dominant frequency. The dominant frequency is going to control the collective reality. So there is your reality. We all have our individualized reality, and then we are also part of the collective. So when you say, Uncle Mike, why is it quote unquote weird? It's weird because you have these dissonant frequencies right now, and the majority of the frequencies is the truth and the illusion, the fake. And that's what's clashing right now. And the shift that's occurring, right, is one frequency losing its dominance. And I mean, this world was very fake over the maybe eons, right? But especially in the past few years, a lot of fake stuff out there. And when you shift from fake to truth, when you shift to authenticity, when you shift to love, there are many people that are highly sensitive souls in the world. I recently did a video on this, and you're seeking for connection. You're seeking connection in a fake world. And that's the shift that is coming to the forefront right now. So I appreciate everyone coming on, everyone that's finding us in the past few days. I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful for everything. It's really an attitude of gratitude. We're embracing the courage of the lion at this time. This energy continues. It continues on. It's a very potent energy. Appreciate you hitting the like button. It allows others to catch us on the live. Maybe this is, I'm getting a lot of people writing. First time I caught you live. So I appreciate you hitting the like. It gets people to catch us live. And Celestial Gatekeeper, thank you so much for the super chat. The gates are finally open. I appreciate you. So yesterday, I had an experience, and sometimes in life I say, only me, okay? So after my workout, I was walking the beach, and yesterday was a very potent day. We're in a potent window of time, but there was a peak. It's known as the Lion's Gate, and it's the 888 abundance codes that are crashing down. So I typically I go to the beach, and I do my walk, my grounding, barefoot out there in nature. And so yesterday there was a lot of thunderstorms, right? But there was, I looked at the weather and I looked at the sky, right? And a lot of people are like, they're not looking up. You got to start looking up at nature. And I've been to the beach over the years. I've seen thunderstorms in the distance over the years, right? So, when you have an experience that you've never had before. So I get to the beach, and I walk onto the beach, and I look into the distance, and I see the dark clouds way down there, and I'm walking this way, and it's pretty clear, a little faint cloud in the sky. The sun is there. The sun is clear sky, right? So now I'm walking, and I know like the rain was going to come, but it wasn't supposed to come for a while. So, but I do see the clouds in the distance, and now I'm walking, and it's pretty much sun, and it's clear sky, a little bit of a cloud, and so I'm walking, and the lightning bolt struck right over my head, and in my life, I've never experienced anything like that. I was in shock, and I didn't even know what to do. So in my life, this was like the closest thing to experiencing a lightning strike that you could ever experience without actually physically getting hit. Mine was like, I didn't know it was to experience. It's actually quite scary. So loud, so powerful, and you pick up on it. And but it was shocking because my whole life I've seen thunderstorms in the distance, but to have a lightning strike in like the sky was clear. So, it's like you don't know what to do because the lightning could be anywhere now. Now it's like I shared a couple of videos with the Patreon community. Anything's up for grabs. I don't know how to react or respond. So for those that I left a video on Patreon to show the sky, to show people like what, so it's like you can't be like it's clear. So I never experienced anything like that, and it was really I guess it was a divine sign. And these are examples in life. It puts things into perspective too. That could have went down, and how fragile life is, and and that's one of the things that I've seen on my journey. I make the most out of life, the most that I can. And I've seen so many people, they're slaves to the matrix. Life is so precious, and they actually run away from love. They actually are plugged into a matrix of subconscious programs, and that they waste their life. Life is fun, but there are programs that people live like slaves. Well, but I have to do this, but I can't. I just can't do it. Who told you these things? Some people are hearing this message right now. This is very powerful. I appreciate that. People need to hear this message today. There are millions of people in this world. The Our Everyday Lives channel, this community, is going to serve all the people as we move forward. Life is supposed to have fun, and you're supposed to have fun. And when you experience, and like things are put into perspective, and you say, wow, like it's so delicate, and people totally waste their life on purpose. They self-sabotage it. But this is because it's in the psychology, it's in the brain. So and now we're getting into the lesson. We have a lot of new people. I'm so grateful, right? And you could take notes. The humans Humans subconsciously synchronize to the dominant signal in the environment. This is known as entrainment. So there's a lot of negativity in the world, and that's what I'm here to do. This is what Our Everyday Lives is all about. We are breaking the cycle. So, and there are people that don't see this. In the past year, especially in the post-2020 world, things got very intense. And when it gets intense, it gets you to reflect on your life. And then you see the loop. And people didn't realize this, but humans will subconsciously synchronize to the dominant signal in the environment. In the past few years, the dominant signal in the environment was fear, lack, and limitation. But here on Our Everyday Lives, it's about love, baby. Let's get the hearts going in the chat. We got to hit the love button. They call it the like button. We're going to call it the love button. We got to get the love going. We have to have the abundance. We have to have 888. Assert dominance. This is the dominant frequency. Your frequency must become the dominant field. We are the dominant field now of love, of truth, and of fun, baby. Don't you want to have fun? I left a simple video a couple of years back. I always refer to it. And it got rave reviews. And it's just a very, don't you want, like, sit there. I want you to sit there today, maybe you're getting me for the first time, and reflect on your life. And a lot of people, they go, again, your subconscious is synchronized to the dominant signal in the environment of the world. And what needs to be done is that the clicker. You understand the clicker? It's called a remote control. It's called cancel your cable bill and put YouTube on your smart TV, and you could watch me on the TV and watch other people that are in the vibration of truth, of fun, of love, and you have to undo, because the dominant signal in the world is what is going to pull people. And this is why we're actually able to jump the timeline. You could jump time. This is called quantum shifting. Oh, you want a quantum shift? So what you have to do, this is a frequency. This is the energetics behind it. You have to break free of that signal, and then you are going to make the dominant signal, right, the one that you want to experience. So in the world, most people in the reality are NPCs, non-playable characters. Most people just react to circumstances, and they are not creating their own reality. Their reality is created by others. Reality ain't real, bro. And once you realize that reality ain't real, it's time to say, you know what? I'm going to opt out of the matrix. I'm going to start. The wind is picking up, baby. How's the sound? I had my little puffy. I forgot to put the puff on. I hope the wind is not messing up the sound. If not, we have to stop and put the puff on. It's the winds of change. I like to be outside. So as the winds of change are here, right? It's clear sound. I hope it's not muffled. But your frequency, and you have the ability to change the external environment. When I've said ascension is an inside job, it's always the inside. And then you're going to shift. And if you're sealed in the forehead, not just a biblical term, you could go hopping from pendulum to pendulum. We're reality transurfing, right? We're jumping around. I partake in plenty of different communities, and these things don't affect me. I want to participate with other people. In this world, people are separate. Let's bring back together our everyday lives. Let's get the band back together. So I could go out, and I partake in many different communities. but I'm sealed in the forehead. That's not my soul identity. Some people just like a magnetron, they get sucked into what's called a pendulum. Pendulums are not good or bad. They just are. And so when you go out into the world, when you are sealed, you're part of but it doesn't own you. It doesn't dominate you. You are the dominant frequency in your reality. Reality is not real, and things are getting weird right now. And the reason why they're weird is because the old dominant frequency, listen to the message, because your Uncle Mike is giving you the answer. When you look out in the world, when you look out on TV, why is she on TV? When you look out on TV and you say, why is everything getting so weird? So I'm here to teach this to the world. You are witnessing the previous dominant frequency that's finished. It's 999. It's over, kid. It's over. And now the 1111, the gates are opening, and you are headed to a new dominant frequency that the people of the world are actually broadcasting. But it has to happen once you disconnect. And you have to have the courage of the lion to disconnect. Mr. Giru, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. Graceful to be here live this morning. Made it live. I appreciate that with you all. Love you, Uncle Mike, and thank you for your wisdom. Also, nice shirt. Reminds me of the sun. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful you're here. I'm grateful. Whoever sent the super chat, if you could let me know before I went live on the air, I'm so grateful for the super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, and this time period, this is about that solar plexus, right? And I've been sharing this with the community. So many new people here now. You have to drop the densities in your solar plexus, because we held the densities of the past, and in order for us to receive our future, to not constantly broadcast that same lack and limitation, the anxiety is fear of the future. We don't want to have anxiety no more. We want to have a calm nervous system. We want to relax. You got to be relaxed. See, I'm relaxed right now. I can relax. Our life, and that's why I use different teaching modalities to show the people. I show the people balance. We have to live our everyday lives with balance. There's people that, you go out, you get lost in the sauce, too much of one thing. Let's have some balance in our life. Let's have the ebbs and flows of life. And I've shared this, and it's never going to go away, because the truth of the matter is God is going to put you in seasons. And those seasons are not for a lifetime. And if you understand this, and with the ego, we let go and we understand the season that we're in, we will start to flow with these things a lot of ease. And there were things that we could not do, because we're part of the collective. Many things were held back in a post-2020 world. We had to go through this. It's known as the dark night of the soul for humanity. We had to go through it. Some people want to ignore all shadows. I can't help you, kid. You have to go through it. We had to go through it. And then our body will heal afterwards. And that's what we all did. Stacy M, thank you so much for the super chat. Out with the old and in with the new. 1111 is everywhere. Good morning, Michael. And it's a new day. Yes, it is. Keep smiling. I appreciate that, Stacy. I love you. I'm grateful for the support. So, if you're a person that says, I'm seeing the matrix, and I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. This is how we start to analyze reality, right? So if you're here on this channel, you're listening to the podcast, we're analyzing reality, and we can look at a shoal of fish, right? It's a massive amount of fish, and they all move together. A shoal of fish, all these fish, right? And if they turn in left, they turn in right, they're moving. So all of these fish, there could be thousands of fish, and they all move like one entity, right? So when you look at something like that, you're looking at something almost like the pendulum that we can't see the energy. But the shoal of fish follows the fish with the strongest and clearest directional impulse. On my journey, I strap on the full armor of God. I stay focused. I don't allow the weakness of society, the illusions of society, all this stuff. The shoal of fish will follow the strongest and clearest directional impulse. This is part of nature. It's science. We have to understand it. We could see this with bees. We see it with other organisms as well. So now, but what you want to do is, when you're sealed, you could go with this group over here. You know what? Well, I want to hang out with this group now today because I feel like doing something different. That's me. It's you. That's how we are, right? So you could pop into here. You could pop. I do the same thing, right? And there's different. I have different interests in my life. I'm always representing myself to the public, right? Some people, they want to be caught in a box, right? And they think that they have to do, I'm going to do what I got to do, right? And I'm going to be a unique representation of my authentic self. I want to be part of the fitness community. I'm going to be part of the fitness community for this moment. I'm going to be part of the football community. I'm going to be part of the football community with my brothers. And I'm not going to answer to anyone else. And I'm not going to allow the pendulums of those communities control me. So what's happening right now is we're becoming very powerful beings. We are going through the process that Carl Jung calls individuation, which means I'm myself. I'm Michael. It's nice to meet you. I'm so grateful you're here. But I can be part of multiple groups. I don't judge anyone, right? And that's what this Our Everyday Lives community is all about. Jill Warsaw, 888 abundance codes. Hold the line, light warriors. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you, Jill. Thank you for the support. Roxy 8298, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful today. It's an attitude of gratitude. And in this attitude of gratitude, you have the balance, and you have to have the courage of the lion. And when you have the courage of the lion, you have the ability to do things that most NPCs of the world are not able to do. And what is that, light warriors? I'm here to teach. The ability to focus intention and attention on something. I've been saying this for a long time. If a person gets triggered, you are here for growth. I'm not here to coddle the narcissist. And I'm also here to guide you, because it wasn't a lot of people's fault. You got the TikToks, you got these things, you got all these things going on TV. Many people do not have the ability to focus intention and attention on something, whatever it might be. Squirrel. So what I'm here to do is help you realize these things. Got to turn off mainstream media. Turn it off. Come on, do it now. It's life coaching 101 here. It's life coaching. Krista Turner writes, awesome guidance. I appreciate that, Krista. We have awesome guidance on this channel, and we have fun because teachers teach, okay? So the seal in the forehead, or having your pineal gland decalcified, we have to be healthy again. The spiritual aspect of the opened third eye. I recently did a video, maybe not recently, but within the past year. Maybe many people have been on a spiritual awakening journey in a post-2020 world. And you might have stumbled across videos, You know, how you could open your third eye. You could have a spiritual experience. And I shared why you must open your third eye, why you must decalcify your pineal gland, because you'll get lost in the sauce, kid. Got to start thinking for yourself. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to all I'm here to do is inspire you. All I do is I share about my journey. We have a world famous YouTube channel, daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern. Click subscribe. So what I'm here to do is inspire others to just be yourself. It was hard to really watch. You know, I'm an empath, like many people that are tuned in. You know, seeking connection. We all seek connection, but it's such a cold, soulless, lifeless world out there. Celestial Gatekeeper, thank you again. I love you. We seek connection. I saw a person, he put a beautiful video together. One of the main topics was showing. I also do think that McDonald's had different food years ago, but but the thing was, he was showing McDonald's years ago, the colors, right? The things for the children to play, the PlayStation, and you jump in the slides and everything. You'd had birthday parties, right? And now it's all gray. There's nothing for the kids no more. What are they putting in the food now? So something happened in society. Did you realize that something happened in society? So that was just one of the examples. I'm not condoning eating fast food, but something happened, and it had all the color. And then like you see this, you could see this even with a lot of people. They just go with the gray car, right? They go with the white car, but there's no all the fancy colors anymore. Where's the life? So there's many people that are beautiful souls with imagination of the inner child. And I don't care who you are. I love you just the way you are. I don't care about the label. Cheryl Bibbins, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. And really realizing that reality is not real. I go out on my journey, I meet people, and I know that I'm meeting people that are not. There is there's baseline reality. I give very deep chats right here, but there's another reality. And I meet people and I could see them. I know you're not from here. Now I bumped into someone yesterday. It's a weird, this is a weird, and I know people are just popping in. They show up, and everyone's going to start thinking differently, and realizing that, regardless of what the life form is, if you have a soul, if you have that inner child, creative expression, dreams, it's not that gray, it's not that soulless lifeness, and people express themselves differently. And I also introduced a very deep concept. And people in the world that just go with the labels, they go with the pendulums. Not every angel is love and light. And not every demon is the bad guy. Your high commander loves you all. Everything goes down to the frequency. Regina writes, nailed it. I love to nail it. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. I don't judge people. I'm blessed to have the journey that I've had, and I've seen the true quote unquote colors, the chats exploding, right? You're like, yeah, it's just the true story. And I think that people maybe that were, I understand the deep levels of everything that's going on, and I think some people were afraid of me, thinking that I would judge them, and I don't. And again, this is why everything goes to fear, which is a frequency, and when you start to play things out, or just because, I try to, like when it comes to, say, relationships, men and women, there's all different people in society. And I know the difference between I saw a couple also out on the beach. We were having a good conversation. Random stuff, everything happening yesterday, and they know the clowns. They were saying the modern woman man eater. These worthless modern women that actually are like parasites. It's known as the Jezebel spirit. But the lesson I'm trying to give here right now is I know the difference between that and a woman that is an avoidant, a woman that was hurt in the past, and you were hurt by a weak man, and in your subconscious, you go forward in life, and you think that the next man is going to hurt you too. There's a big difference in this world between the parasite and the avoidant, a woman that was hurt by a weak man in the past, that was disrespected in the past. That's known as the avoidant. That's known as the runner. And I have the capability of differentiating everyone's not the same. I see some of the guys out there. Oh, I'm Mr. Spiritual. You're Mr. Full of shit. And then I see these very strong men, powerful men, and they're the sweetest things. So the moral of the story today: reality's not real. I'm just giving you the truth. People will get triggered by my truth because I am the dominance. I told you yesterday, 888 assert dominance. I hope everyone that is inspired by the speech I'm giving today will write 888 assert dominance. I ain't the biggest guy in the world, but you better believe I am the best there is. This is how you have to be, gentlemen. Never flinch. Never flinch. Assert dominance. My friends say I walk around with BDE. That's big divine energy, baby. My two friends, the couple I saw out there, they were seeing me walk the beach, and they're like, "You look like you're gonna knock." Run someone over. I do that walk for cardio, and I'm eager to share some of my health modalities with the community. Leave a comment if you want more of my health modalities and more of the YouTube shorts. I also have tremendous Facebook reels. You can hit me up on Facebook. We got it all. Everything's rocking and rolling right now. So what we're experiencing right now is we have reached critical mass, and there had to be a certain amount of momentum. As I shared, momentum is once the momentum is started, then we continue with the momentum. We're not going back. Any person that's hearing me for the first time, you must put an end to the previous version of yourself. The previous version of yourself was not a bad thing, but you're going to outgrow it. And these are our seasons. And one of the things is just, you tell me if this is the thing. We're all good people, and you were a people pleaser, and you were a people pleaser to people that didn't deserve your assistance, right? And they maybe they want to parasite off you, or maybe stab you in the back, or are jealous of you. Ooh, we see you. So what I had to do, I was a nice guy, and I'm so grateful for the very powerful men that you guys inspire me. This is the journey. We're not better than one another. We're inspiring each other. We're picking each other up. We're picking each other up. It's always a weasel man that has to troll in another man's comment section. How you doing? You just give me your energy, boy. You give me your energy, boy. You understand me? And I'm trying to snap people out of it because, again, humans subconsciously synchronize to the dominant signal in the environment. And the dominant signal on social media Michael is here to reset social media. Woo! It's time for the new. It's time for the new, baby. And we have to be inspired. And sometimes someone with a very big hammer, I swing a big hammer, kid, has to knock us off the wheel. I understand people get triggered, but what I'm here to do is you are going to constantly loop the same thing. You're going to spend your life trolling. You're going to spend your life gossiping. Someone's got to smack you out of it. Do you understand what I'm putting up here? This is why you have to be strong. That's why we're light warriors. We're not cream puffs. Because that dominant frequency of fear in the world is going to run you over, kid. I'm trying to pick you up. Are you up? I am very grateful for you. I believe that's Chinese letters. I love you very much. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so grateful for the super chat. Thank you so much. TY, I see TY. Thank you, TY, for the super chat. We are a community. We're all different backgrounds here. We're in different countries. We're world famous. We're on every continent. Where are you? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Thank you, TY. I'm so grateful for you. So grateful. It's the attitude of gratitude is what carries us through. So, when you say to yourself, this world is, it's very dense. I gave very strong tips over the past few weeks. And the number one thing was clearing the solar plexus. I can't express to you. And maybe you're called to fast. Maybe you're called to the 3 days of darkness. Boo. No, a lot of people, and again, it's what the cool thing is. No, I teach about the 3 days of darkness. I do my own 3 days of darkness. It's an ancient. If you're new, I suggest, right? I recently did full video on the 3. It's coming, baby. It's coming for you. It's come for me, and now I lean right into the 3 days of darkness. I suggest everyone, if you haven't watched the 3 days of darkness podcast, 3 days of darkness, kid. Knock it out of the park. Do a good job, kid. I'm got to reset everything. Reset algorithm with the 3 days of darkness. Because that loop can't stop until you shut it down. Until you shut it down. You have to shut it down. You shut it down. Understand? In this modern world, as I said earlier, look the squirrel. People cannot focus the attention. The reality is not real. And it's not easy, but as I stated earlier, God puts us in seasons. God put me in the wilderness, wasn't pleased about it. However, when you sit quietly with no one around and like no one like in your life, you could observe the humans, you will see everything. You will see everything in the wilderness. The season of the wilderness is what shapes us. Our life has light and shadows. Our life has ebbs and flows. It's the Hermetic principle of rhythm. Now we're in a new season, but the previous season, it's you have such gratitude. Stacy M, thank you so much. 5 memberships. Thank you for doing that. Anyone that'd like to click on, thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful. So I was talking to them, and there's energies in the world, and it was just a synchronicity that they happened to move to the town that I moved to. And I said, you know what? I go home. It's the gratitude for your previous season. It's the gratitude. You view your past with nostalgia. Not to say that you want to do it again. And I was sharing how like I go home and yeah, I was driving around. I remember the last trip, and I had like the sports talk radio on, and to hear the New York sports talk radio on in the car, and I'm driving and just reflecting. And I said, reflecting on, I was going to work, I was, reliving the experiences I had. Not to say that I want to go back to that, sitting in traffic, but it's this gratitude that you have. You have this gratitude for your seasons. This is your everyday life. And sometimes in life, even over here, I went through a very deep isolation season, and I didn't know, there's nothing you could do when you go through it. And there was a quiet beach I would go to, and I would think about that season. And even though it was not a pleasant season, like God was molding me, and there's this gratitude that you have for the seasons. It's part of your life. So many people hear me today. Someone's got to hear me today. Can you hear me? So many people are concerned on social media and fake TV. You're concerned with other people's life. Don't you love your own life? Hit the like button for that today. These are our everyday lives. Wow. Don't you? And sometimes I say, again, I'm not saying that I want to go back to those seasons, but the man that I am today is only because of those seasons of training, those seasons that we go to overcome things, to go through things. Because other than that, life it's just going to be the same thing. You cannot break the loop. You cannot break the cycle if you do not go through the pain. And I'm grateful for those things. Yeah, people see me, I'm always getting new people that come in. And again, I have patience. I'm not saying I'm just, it must be easy. Must be easy. I got one of those comments. My brain almost exploded when I heard that. Must be easy. People that have watched me for years know my journey. Nothing is easy. But when you go through it, you must go through it. I appreciate that, Cliff. And I'm grateful for brothers like you, right? Like-minded brothers like you that pick each other up. Grateful for you, Cliff. And it strengthens you. You nothing, certain things you go through. There were things in my life that would stress me out, especially in my matrix job, because I was I can lead, and I do the work, right? I wanted to do the best work I could. You get all this anxiety, all the stuff they would do in the school system to terrorize teachers, right? Because they wanted to control the students, right? And you have to teach this way. Okay, I digress. But anyway, all right, the things that would stress me out, now it's like nothing to me. So when you go through these things and it feels like you're dying, you go through the dark night of the soul, the things that used to affect you years ago, it becomes nothing. It's literally, and then you could sit there and you could sit on your balcony. You could sit there with Lily. Lily is sprouting. Maybe the divine feminine will show up this time. Who knows? You could sit there and say, wow, like that stuff used to stress me out. And now it's like you could just talk about it like it's nothing. So we're on a journey of our everyday lives. And these are the seasons that we go through. And then each season, life is a series of choices that we make that reveal our content of character. There was a famous YouTuber that said that. Who was that? Oh, it was me. Every time I had to make a decision, And sometimes we have to make the hard decision. Sometimes we have to leave all the money behind for our soul. Sometimes we have to stand up against the fake gaslighting people of the world. And you will sit there. And I remember a time I was one of the very few people that stood up against the tyranny of the world. And I felt alone. But these are the things that mold us so that we could come back as the leader. And I'm grateful for all the men and women that had the guts to stand up against the matrix. Now, it's time to play the game. We have the controller in our hands because reality is not real. But you must go through this process. If you want to look at the process psychologically, Carl Jung calls it individuation. You must break free of the mind control of society. Otherwise, you will constantly repeat the same thing. You must break free of the fear. Otherwise, your reality will continue to loop. Don't be afraid. Start having fun. Go over to the place that I'm sick and tired of living in this situation. Go live where you want to live. I'm telling you though, it's fearful. You're going to say, oh, but I have to do this. I can. Again, those are the programs in the background. Everything that I'm sharing, I have actually done. And I'm here to tell you the requirement all the time is pushing through fear. And then I could critique myself now. Like, I know the things that I want to experience. Okay, I have to push through fear. And then there are things in life. You don't have to do this nonstop, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to. I'm not dealing with. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't want. Now that's your soul. You picking up what I'm putting down, right? Nah, no, I'm not pushing through that fear, right? So your soul, your body, God is going to move you. So when there is something, you're going to be driven to push through the fear and that is when your body is giving you signals, and then you might reach a place where you can't sleep at night. That's your soul, ladies and gentlemen. That's your soul. Your soul is crying out for more. So reality is not real. Don't be afraid as things are going to get weirder and weirder, because you are seeing the clash of frequencies of fake and real, Christ and Antichrist. Become the dominant frequency. And so it is. So I appreciate you. I hope you like today's podcast. And I'm grateful for all the new people that are showing up exponentially right now. And I don't take anything for granted. You could have watched anything today and you chose to watch this. So I'm absolutely grateful for that. And your support, the clicking of the like button helps. If you haven't clicked subscribe yet, I'm so grateful if you do that. And you will get a notification, 9 a.m. Eastern time, daily videos. And some of the older videos, which are now picking up and going out to the world, they will pop up on your stream. So I'm grateful if you do that. We got Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. I have some new posts up on Patreon. Grateful for there. Instagram. Start having fun, people. Don't live in fear. Fear is the liar. Fear is the liar. Stacy M. Thank you, Michael. Excellent discussion. I'm so grateful for those words. I'm grateful for the super chat. I love you. So stay empowered. And if you're new, I recently did a shorter video, wrapping everything up. I know this is a lot. I'm going to place the video here. Really digest that video. It's a shorter video, and it's going to wrap everything up. And then you're going to go on your journey right now, because this is a very potent time period, things are already weird. And I'm just giving you the answer. It's not a fear-based thing. It's not a fear-based. It's going to get weirder. And one of the things, as I'm teaching people that it's not fearful, for example, there are people I know that get terrified of the Mandela effect. I also did a video recently on the Mandela effect. I use it as a teaching tool to show you that the reality is not real. It's quantum. It's a frequency. Do you know about the Mandela effect? All right. So check that video out. And just like I'm utilizing that, nothing is fearful. However, a person's perception, which becomes overwhelming, that the reality is not real, that it is a frequency in the quantum field. My teachable tool for people is the Mandela effect. So check that one out as well. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. That's all you can do. Keep going.